God, I got to indulge myself on this record. This is not considered one of the Rolling Stones' biggest hits. It's a forgotten 45 by Rolling Stones, and gosh, I don't think they ever perform this song when they do their concerts anymore. It's just too obscure. But I thought this was one of the most scintillating records they have ever come out with. There is this childlike side to the Rolling Stones. They did that song as the years go by in 1966, which was a wistful song, and it's like going back. That's the thing about the Rolling Stones. It's almost a paradoxical thing, because here's a group that started out as even more harder edge, more bluesier than the Beatles. These are the guys who really stick it in your face. The Beatles were kind of tamed, maybe somewhat gentle, a little bit easy on the eye, but the Rolling Stones were like, oh yeah, let's rock. I don't care what you think. They really pissed off a lot of parents. Of course, the Beatles did too, but hey, it's the mid-'60s. It didn't take much to piss off a lot of people back in the mid-'60s, particularly with the long hair back in the day. But Rolling Stones, now, this record references an English children's game which uses the seed heads of dandelions as a clock. And there's a reference to that in the song. I'll go into that in just a minute. The song was recorded at the Olympic Sound Studio in London. The dates that this song was recorded was June the 12th and the 13th, July the 7th, and the 20 through July 7th through the 22nd, and that was in 1967. Now here's the thing about this record. It was originally slated to be the B side. The A side was "We Love You," but "Dandelions" was the bigger hit. It went to number 14. "We Love You" went to number 50 by the Rolling Stones. A couple of factoids about this record. The demo of this song was originally recorded, or came up with, in November of 1966. The original demo was called "Sometimes Happy, Sometimes Blue," with Keith Richards singing. Different lyrics, but all that got changed around. Mick Jagger assumed the lead vocals of the record. And another factoid now, Paul McCartney and John Lennon sing background. I know they sing. I'm pretty sure they sing background, probably on both songs, "We Love You" and "Dandelions," uncredited, singing with their top competitors. A guy named Nicky Hopkins, not a member of the Rolling Stones, but this guy got around. He's played with loads of people, dropping in as a musician. He plays organ. Nicky Hopkins plays organ on this record. He joined the Jeff Beck Group in 1967. The Jeff Beck Group, this was after Jeff Beck, the legendary guitarist Jeff Beck, left the Yardbirds. He formed the Jeff Beck Group. Rod Stewart on lead vocals, Ronnie Wood, a member of the band who later became a member of the Rolling Stones about 10 years later in 1975, maybe a little bit earlier than that. And Nicky Hopkins, a member of that group. He also performed with the Jefferson Airplane when they did their Woodstock show back in 1969. The thing about Dandelions is this. The Rolling Stones, perhaps to compete with the Beatles, Rolling Stones entered into a psychedelic phase that did not do as well for them commercially. And they dropped it with a vengeance and came back with a more bluesier, harder edge records in 68, 69, like Jumpin' Jack Flash, and oh gosh, what was it? Symphony for the Devil. And let me read you a few of these lyrics. This is just one of the most ingenious records I've ever come across. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock chimes. Dandelions don't care about the time. Dandelions don't tell no lies. Dandelions will make you wise. Tell me if she laughs or cries. Blow away, dandelion. Blow away, dandelion. This is the brilliant part. This is one of my favorite lines. Though you're older now, it's just the same. You could play the dandelion game. You can go back to your inner child. That's why I take it as. When you're finished with your this is it. When you finish with your childlike prayers, well, you know you should wear it. God dang it! I tell you, it just came easily to Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. They just wrote some brilliant records. You're just sitting on the sidelines saying, gosh, dog, man. Wow. Dandelions dropped from, if I got this right, from Billboard's Hot 100 the week of September 9th, 1967, Dandelions by the Rolling Stones dropped from number 75. I mean, dropped from number 14 to 75. God dog. On Billboard's Hot 100 for 8 weeks. That's it. Lost 45 by the Stones. Here it is. Dandelions. Rolling Stones. Dandelions will make you wise.